Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to do a book review for you guys. I feel like I don't do a lot of these, and maybe it's because I think that I'm not very good at reviewing books, which is probably true. So anyway, just hang in there with me. I'm going to try to do a couple more book reviews, or I should say more often. And yeah, today it is going to be over An Invisible Thread, and it is by Laura Schroff and Alex Trenowski. That person. Anyways, guys, this is a true story. And as you can tell from the front, it says, true story of an 11-year-old panhandler. His name is Maurice. And a busy sales exec living in Manhattan. She's super successful. And an unlikely meeting with destiny. So guys, as you know, it is the month of October. And because it's the month of October, my October TBR and like the things that I wanted to read this month were all very spooky, supernatural, paranormal elements, just stuff that I probably wouldn't read every day. And so of course when my mom told me that a friend let her borrow a book but she didn't have time to read it and she wanted me to read it, taking a closer look at it, I thought this isn't the type of book I want to read this month, but I went ahead and read it. And of course it is An Invisible Thread. And guys, this book does not have vampires in it, does not have werewolves, it does not have supernatural paranormal things. What this book does have is just true friendship, just deep down real love, compassion. So I'll give you guys a little backstory about what this book is about, and then we'll talk about the characters. So we have our main character, Lori, and she is a busy account exec or sales exec in Manhattan. She's super successful, lives quite the busy life. She's jumping from meeting to meeting and getting to enjoy all these really cool perks that her job, can offer her. And one day she's walking down the street and she sees a boy asking for money. And what does she do? She just walks straight past him, like most of us would. But something made her stop and turn around and go back to the boy. And she asked him if they could go out to eat. So they went to McDonald's. And from there, she found out that his name is Maurice. He was 11 years old, and he was panhandling so he could have enough money to go get some food. From that point on, she just really felt on her heart that this was her time to impact someone in a way that she never saw coming. And the story just follows their friendship and the love that they have for each other and just how both of them impacted each other. And it was a beautiful story, as you can tell. I loved it. But yeah, so that's what the story was about. And let's talk about the characters. So our main character, Lori, like I said before, she is this pretty successful sales exec. And what I loved about her is she didn't let the money and the position that she held get in the way of helping Maurice. It didn't go to her head. She just really saw how fortunate she was and really wanted to do something nice for Maurice and just help someone out who was just less fortunate than her. Her backstory, coming up from a home that wasn't so ideal. There was a lot of verbal and physical abuse in her family when she was growing up. She was scared a lot of times for the safety of her mother and her brothers and sisters. So I think that's where a lot of her compassion came from and wanting to protect and defend people who are a little bit more helpless than her. So I really, really enjoyed her character, and I loved that she just took a leap of faith and just followed her heart and really decided that I don't care if I get burned or hurt in this situation. I think that helping Maurice out is the right thing to do, so she was just going to do it. Then of course we have our 11-year-old Maurice. He comes from a very broken home, living in poverty. At one point it described that he was living in a welfare apartment room or hotel room, and it had 12 people in it. So he came from a pretty rough, broken family. His dad had left years and years ago. His mom was addicted to drugs, just didn't really have anybody reliable in his family to take care of him or protect him for that matter. So, we meet him at the beginning of the story and he's begging for money so he can get something to eat. And you'll find that even though he's a little hard, around the edges, he has a great heart. He was, open to the love and kindness that Lori had showed him. And his character really developed throughout the story, which I love to see. There were so many times throughout this book where my eyes were just filled with tears, or even to the point where I was crying. And I think for me, those times were when you realize how much you take for granted in life, and something like an alarm clock or a watch to tell time so you know how to get to school on time, or what time of day it is. Just not everyone has those things, and I think it was just a big reality check for me that I'm just very fortunate and I live a blessed life, and there's so many people out there who are needing our compassion, our love, and our help. And so it just really brought tears to my eyes that, our main character Lori was able to see a need and fill it. And so, it was such a beautiful story. I really, really enjoyed it. If you guys are looking for something, that's going to pull at your heartstrings a little bit, but not make you depressed, it was an easy read. If you're looking for a true story, just about love, friendship, compassion, and helping others who may be kind of down on their luck, then I would definitely suggest this book. I would love to know if you guys have read it and what you guys thought. But yeah, I rated this book a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. The only reason why I didn't rate it a 5 out of 5 stars is because the writing wasn't like a wow, this was the best book ever type thing. And but yeah, it was just, it was a really great book. I really enjoyed it, and I will be recommending it to people. Actually, I've already been recommending it to people before I even finished it. So that concludes my book review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and like I said before, let me know if you guys have read this book and what you thought. Until next time, I will see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.